Welcome to Out Loud, presented by Klipsch, where we are talking to the hottest bands and musicians about the power of making and, more importantly, listening to just really good music. My name is Mike Barato. I'm a senior product manager with Klipsch. Our speakers and headphones have been making the live music experience come to life for 75 years now, bringing that power, detail, and emotion right to your ears. Today, I have the absolute pleasure of welcoming Larkin Poe. They're an American roots rock band from Nashville, Tennessee, of all places, fronted by Rebecca and Megan Lovell. Rebecca and Megan, thanks for joining us. To support local businesses in their hometown, this episode is brought to you by Electronic Express, your place for all your electronic needs in Nashville. We're also actually taking donations for the National Independent Venue Association, the NIVA. When COVID-19 hit, live independent music venues were some of the first to shut down. Unfortunately, will probably be some of the last to open back up. So please consider making a donation at the donation link below to the National Independent Venue Association to help save our stages. So let's get right to it. Performing Keep Diggin' off of their incredible record, Self-Made Man, please welcome Larkin Poe.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Every saint has a past, some's a winner, some's a loser. It depends who you ask for the truth or a rumor. If you can't stand the heat, better get out of the kitchen. Talk is dirty cheap, you know the people gonna listen. They're gonna listen. Yeah. Who talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, digging it up. Who talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who is lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, digging it up. Well, I heard it from a friend who was talking to a neighbor who was peeking through the blinds. She said she'd call you later. Call you later. Now it's ringing off the hook and the story's getting twisted. Catching dirty looks, you're just a time bomb ticking. Yeah, just ticking. Yeah. Hey. Who talking to who? They talking about us. You know they talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, digging it up. Who talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, digging it up. Hear what they say, see what they do, and if it don't match up, they're probably lying too. Hear what they say, see what they do, and if it don't match up, I might be lying too. Who talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, get it up. I said, who talking to who? They talking about us. You know they're talking that trash. Gotta go pick it up. Who's lying to who? They lying too much. Rattling bones on the payphone, digging it up.
Larkin Poe. That was awesome. Thank you so much. As I know we talked about this earlier, but that song and that entire record, Self Made Man, have been on just constant repeat in my house for the last several weeks. So thank you so much for being here. We're all very lucky to see that. So we're going to just jump into some questions if that's cool.
Absolutely.
Great. Last year, you guys released a covers album called Kindred Spirits, and it was sort of a who's who of the greats. You know, Neil Young, Elvis, Elton John, Derek and the Dominoes. A testament to your excellent taste, of course. But I'm wondering, was it these artists, or what made you fall in love with music so much that you wanted to do it professionally?
Music has always been a huge part of our lives since the word go. We were really fortunate to grow up in a family of music lovers. I can't remember a time when our mother or father didn't have records spinning in the house or in the car when we were
Cool.
driving. And they actually put us in classical violin and piano lessons when we were 3
or
and
4.
4. So they were absolute saints in allowing, 4-year-olds to play cardboard violins terribly on Twinkle Twinkle. So really, it's kind of a testament to them and allowing us to get that taste for music from a young age.
That's awesome. You've obviously come a long way from Twinkle Twinkle, so we appreciate that. Thanks to your parents for putting you guys in that. Obviously, the world has changed in the last year, and we're all sort of consuming content differently and in different places than we're used to. What's your favorite way to listen to music nowadays? Is it at home? Is it in the studio? Is it traveling, as much as anyone's traveling, on the go, in the car, in the tour bus? What's your favorite way to listen to music?
Oh man, I have to say I love to listen to music in the studio, especially like in between
Cool.
takes. We'll have some like inspiration moments where we'll pop in an artist that we've been really loving, and getting to listen to it in kind of that
Cool.
studio atmosphere with the nice speakers and everything. I love to listen to music like that.
See, because I'm kind of the exact opposite. Obviously, this doesn't apply as much to 2020 and what we've experienced so far of 2021. I love listening to music on the go. I really love having headphones in, especially when we've been on tour and you're in a city that you've never been in, or you're driving through somewhere scenic in Norway or down in Louisiana or fill in the blank, and finding the perfect soundtrack for those moments. That's like my ultimate happy place when listening to music.
That's awesome. And that's really great. Just associating music with a time in your life or a place is such a powerful way to experience it. And it can always bring that place back as soon as you put that song on again. So that's very cool. This might be kind of a strange question, but I'm interested in sort of the ups and downs of making music. What are some of the best and worst aspects of, I guess, not only making music, but releasing it as well? Because I think those are two very different things, right? And so I guess, what are your favorite parts of making and releasing music? And then what are some of your least favorite parts?
We've never really been asked the question in that context. I love this question because it is such a roller coaster. The whole creative process. I think anybody who lives creatively, and I think that we all do, when you're cooking, if you take a different way home from work, in your car, when you're driving, you're living creatively and you're engaging with the upside and the potential downside that exists. I think making music, it's so rewarding because you are connecting the mind and the spirit and the emotion. You're really living in the present when you're writing. And that's very freeing. I think in a lot of ways it's meditative because you're very much in the now. Mm-hmm. And on the flip side, conversely, when you're releasing music and you're planning the tour that's going to support the release of the music and the art that's going to go around it, you're very much living in the future. And you're also very much living in a space of judgment and criticism because you certainly want people to dig the music you're making. You want to put the best foot forward. So I find like making music professionally, it's this ultimate dichotomy between, non-judgment, just let the feelings out, put your heart on your sleeve while also really being super critical of yourself. It's kind of an interesting bag. Would you agree?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that being in the spotlight is at once
exhilarating, but also it can make you be very critical of self, because you can see all of your good sides and all of your bad sides too.
And you get to read people's comments about your good sides and your bad sides. So, all in all, we love making music. We love the whole process. We love touring. We love making records. And I think the fact that we've been doing it for 15 years now is a testament to that love. It's very, very deep seated at this point.
And that's great. It's funny you kind of mentioned the creative side, and then sort of making sure that creative side is supported. So it's sort of this right brain, left brain. You said dichotomy, and I think that's really interesting to me. You sort of spend so much time making a record, I'm sure, and then you're sort of pivoting, doing a 180 into straight up business mode and trying to make sure that record is promoted correctly and you're doing all the right things to make it successful. So that's cool. You guys are obviously doing it very well. So nice job. You mentioned love earlier, and speaking of love, you are sisters, and I think we all know that working with family can be sometimes difficult, especially in a creative capacity, I'm sure, but you seem to make it work really well, and you seem to work really well together. So what's your secret? I used to play in bands with my brother, and it would always end in like a fist fight. So how have you been doing this for 15 years together and still making it work?
Oh my gosh.
Well, from the outset, we've always been a package deal. So we feel very lucky to, we're very close in age, and we grew up really, really close. Almost have a twin-like connection. But also it's just been many, many years of working on our relationship. I mean, I think we both have made a commitment to working through whatever it is that we need to work through.
Yeah.
Because I think anybody who has siblings can kind of relate to that. Oh, you love your sibling, but you can also push their buttons like just about like nobody else. And
So
we've
true.
had to fight against that over the years.
And we haven't always, I think, worked so well together. It's definitely been a learning process. Like our early 20s were kind of rough. Like we definitely hit some potholes on tour.
Because we definitely moved into adulthood like on top of each other, because we've been touring for 15 years since you were 15,
and also touring very hard, very unglamorous, burning it 15-hour drives in passenger vans where every seat is filled and gear is sitting on people's laps across Europe at 4 a.m. to get to the next gig, So those are definitely like some explosive moments in which the sister connection can sometimes cut a little sharp. But over the years, like we've really relaxed into accepting our strengths and our weaknesses together as sisters, and understanding that we're very close and we have so much shared experience, but we're very different people as well. And embracing that and allowing there to be room for each of us to shine.
But truly, it's been one of the best things to figure out how to work together. And, we've opened our own record label together. We've embarked on so many like different ways of doing this business of music that to have somebody who's got my back and that I really trust it's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
That's really great. Well, we're all very lucky that you've made this relationship work, and here's to 15 more years at least. So we have some rapid fire questions right now. You have 5 seconds to answer these questions before we go on to the next one, which is especially easy to do virtually over an internet connection. So, number 1, what's your most embarrassing moment on stage?
So we might have different ones, but my top embarrassing moment was a gig in Germany in which there was a spiral staircase that led from the green room down to the stage, which why that was ever allowed, I have no idea. And as we were coming to the stage, like the rock and roll, like think Spinal Tap, keep the energy up, man. We have to get down this spiral staircase. And I start second guessing myself. The minute my foot hits that first step, I piled down with my guitar bashing against the stairs in front of the whole crowd. And you could literally hear the crowd going,
yep.
Oh, like talk about humility. That was a very powerful taste of humility. Do you have one?
Once we were playing with Elvis Costello, and I somehow got the wrong key in my mind, and Steve Naive, the keyboardist for Elvis Costello, was looking at me like shouting the chorus. I was like, "Oh, this is like this is going to be like one of my most embarrassing moments."
Add it to the shame reel. Add it. To
Hey,
the
you
shame
learn a
reel.
lot. You learn a lot. You got to hold those moments precious because you figure out a lot in those moments.
Meanwhile, the sound guy's scrambling to turn down your mic, and it's just a bad situation. Thank you for being so vulnerable here on Out Loud. We appreciate it. All right, next rapid fire question. Best sounding venue you've ever played?
Ooh, that's a great question. I have to say the Ryman in Nashville.
Yeah, the Ryman's so beautiful sounding.
Yeah.
Great acoustics.
Such a great venue. All right, the last one. I did not write this question, but give us your best ASMR sound effect.
Oh, I love
Could
this.
be something like
Yes. Which show them it's your metal bar. This is what she uses to make the note on her slide guitar, and she wears these little metal finger picks.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a very good
one. All right, that's a good one. So Larkin Poe, Megan and Rebecca, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, please check out Larkin Poe's music wherever you get your music. Again, Kindred Spirits, such a great album. Frankly, we're so excited to have you here. Keep Diggin, Self-Made Man, another great album, another great song. So thank you guys for being here. Please go out and listen to their music, buy their music. Klipsch speakers and headphones available at Electronic Express in Nashville, Tennessee. And again, please consider making a tax-deductible donation to the National Independent Venue Association to save our stages. Rebecca and Megan, thank you so much for being here today.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more episodes of Out Loud presented by Klipsch. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us at Klipsch Audio on Instagram. We'll see you next time, everybody, here on Out Loud.